Welcome to another episode of
I'm Not the Problem, right?
I'm not the problem.
Right? With me, Usama Tabara. And today I'm joined by the lovely, the one and only, the hilarious Sima Sepehri. Hi, girl. What's
How
up, girl?
are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
You doing good? How the streets treating you these days?
Oh, the streets. I'm not for the streets.
You're not for the no, you're not for the street. No, you're not for
I'm
the
looking for like a
streets.
husband.
Huzzy hunting.
Or like nothing. You
Or
know
nothing.
What I mean?
It's husband or nothing, right?
Yeah, I'm like at an age, which I won't reveal, but I'm at a place in my life where I don't have any time for nonsense.
I know.
And these fucking guys, can I swear?
Of course.
These motherfuckers want to waste your time. Like it is just fun for them.
Like, okay, assuming we're talking about 35 plus
Yeah.
men. is
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
did? They just want to have fun still?
There's guys, I'm on Hinge. Don't come looking for me. But I'm on Hinge and like there's
You'll
literally
see her in the standout section for sure.
there's dudes who are like 40 plus and they're figuring out their relationship goals.
Wow.
And I'm like, how about you figure out your casket goals? Because when you die, like who's gonna take care of your funeral arrangements? No one's gonna be around.
There's
Your
no
kids are, if you have kids, maybe they're gonna be 5.
do they have, and no kids know nothing. They're just like,
Yeah, some of them are just like,
So have you talked to these guys and have you been like, yo, like,
no,
so
I
like,
won't. I
so
ask
like,
them out. I'm like, oh, figuring out your relationship goals. I don't care. I
They
don't
probably don't want kids, I guess.
which is fine.
yeah, I think
which
that's
is fine to
but
not
at
want
least You have to
kids.
say that rather than figuring out my relationship goals.
Figuring out your relationship goals 40 plus is embarrassing.
Is it predominantly white guys?
No, it's
is it
like you're
other-
getting like
Are
all
the
kinds.
Arabs in there as well, or the?
Yeah, like it's everybody. It's everybody. But also, I'm in New York, so I think that people are maybe there's more options. So people
Yeah.
are, playing the field or.
People aren't quick to commit.
Yeah,
'cause there's so much choice.
Or the opposite of that is you'll meet someone, they want to lock you down right away. They love bomb you and they want to, be my girlfriend right away and like let's commit and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then they'll do a 180 switch and you're like, "Oh my god, I just got played by a narcissist." Like,
Yeah, isn't that the playbook?
Yeah.
You know, but I didn't know what love bombing was until a couple of years ago, and it was actually incredible. I love these words, love bombing, gaslighting, because these are words everyone can use, not like not just one person. Because like when I learned what love bombing was, I had like my mind exploded
Epiphany, yeah.
because I realized in that moment that when I was 17, I was textbook love bombed, but I didn't
yeah.
know what that was.
Of course.
And like literally back then, guys, we only had 3 words to address anything that related to do with women treating us not well. Whether it was emotional abuse, which is now what we can say. You know what the 3 words were?
What?
Bitches be crazy.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
didn't you
just
ever
like
hear that?
of course.
But
Of course.
but like now in hindsight, I was like saying that while genuinely being emotionally abused, love bomb, gaslit. And let me tell you why I love that phrase so much. It's the most like perfect toxic 3 words. Because first you say bitches, so you're like, I'm bringing her down, so I gotta be up, And then be crazy is like bro for it is what it is.
Yeah. It's kind of like a throwaway term that really is like the umbrella over. So it means so much.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, guys would also say money over bitches.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Big one. Big
Yeah,
one.
and it's like
stick to the grind, bro.
It's always the brokest guy. You're like, what money?
You know what's funny? Some of them were genuinely in pain.
Yeah.
Some of them were genuinely hurting.
Yeah. You're like, your girlfriend pays your bills, bitch. Like, what are you talking about?
I can't focus on it. I gotta stick to the
Yeah,
to pavement.
exactly. The grind.
Multiple
You're like, you're
income
unemployed.
What was like your best like first date?
God, okay, so years ago, when I was like a King Street baddie, like I was in the club.
Were you a bottle girl at one point?
Yes.
You were a bottle girl?
I was a bottle.
You were doing this?
Oh yeah, sparklers in hand. Oh yeah.
Why does that suit you as like in your past life?
Totally. Not too many Persian girls were bottle girls, though, I would say.
Oh man, that
It was
must have
always
added
like-
so much attention to you, given all the Persian guys in there. All
Oh
the
my
brown
God.
guys in there.
Okay. Yes. I have like a few stories, but back in those days, I was in the club. You know, I was like all over. Like we'd go out, Yorkville, whatever. Me and my friends went to. We went to Yorkville to this bar called Amber.
Amber, of course.
Is it still around?
No, it's
gone.
It's gone now.
And no, first we went to one.
Okay.
We went to one. We met these guys, and they were visiting from New York, and they're
Okay.
like here for a weekend, la la la.
How much older were these guys? 'Cause one's pretty.
Like significantly older, like maybe
yeah,
like
exactly.
14 years older than me.
Okay.
At that time.
Yeah.
And so this guy is like, he's, you know, this like Italian, he's like Italian American. He like is like so enamored by me. And I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, we all go to Amber. And like the next day I'm going to like the Muskoka it's like summertime. I'm going to Muskoka for the weekend. So I'm not around for the weekend to like hang out with him. So we exchange contact info. But first, we're hanging out with them, having drinks all night, whatever. He tells me, oh, there's someone I think I want you to meet. And I think he's just gonna be so into you.
Okay.
Tell me why Alex Rodriguez pulls up to fucking Amber.
It was.
It was AROD.
No.
Yeah, and he's sitting there, and I meet him, and he's just like on his phone the whole time, and I'm like, oh, he's like a baddie who wants to be chased, and I'm not doing that. But then the Italian guy, he's like, no, he's like, oh, he's like really wanted to talk to me and whatever, and I was like, okay, cool, and so the next weekend, he's like, come to New York. Come to New York.
AROD?
No, the Italian guy.
American. Okay.
Come to New York. I'm gonna fly you down. I was like, okay, great.
All right.
So he flies me down. I'm pretty sure it's on 9/11. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to New York, whatever. So we're staying at I'm pretty sure it was the Ritz in like Gramercy Park.
Okay.
And it's like this like beautiful suite. And I'm like, okay, this is so fun. So we get there. He's a little bit like strange. Okay. And by the way, he was married to like a celebrity before. And they had a divorce.
This Italian guy.
This Italian guy. Like, and I don't really want to like say names because I do think he went to prison for
What?
Yeah, I have to tell you the whole story. He went to prison. So he's
I think so. He went. He did some time.
I Googled him. So anyways, he was married. He was married.
Did
He
y'all
was
follow each other still?
no. Also, like this was like BlackBerry Messenger days. This wasn't like
you got
this
the
was like
BB pen.
before. This is before Instagram.
Okay.
And so, but we have this like crazy night. So we go out. He takes me to, we go to see like a Kings of Leon concert with like his friends. Then we go to this like super fancy Italian restaurant and we're like there and like wine is flowing, everything's happening. There's like all these beautiful people, his friends are there. Then we go to this like club and then we go to this like after hours and it's like this like, but it's like someone's house and there's like 4 stories and there's like a bartender and there's like some of the cast of Gossip Girl is like just hanging out.
Back then that
and
must
I'm
have
like,
been the vibe.
oh yeah. I'm like, whoa, this is so fucking awesome. I'm like,
And that's
that's
when you
probably
decided to become an actor?
No, that would be crazy. It was I was like, it was very like Pretty Woman vibes.
Okay,
And I was
yeah.
like, I could get used to this, like, you know? But he was for sure a cokehead and a criminal, but like white collar crime. He
Insider
was,
trading.
yeah, he went to jail. He went to prison for like a Ponzi scheme. He like scammed a bunch of money.
Bernie Madoff.
Bernie Madoff vibes. Yeah, totally. Like, yeah.
That's how he's funding your flight.
Well, yeah.
And stay.
At the Ritz-Carlton. Yeah. And yeah, but I would say as far as first dates go,
Pretty good first date.
Pretty great first date.
You
I
want
was
to know why
like,
it's the best first date? Because neither of you paid for it.
yeah, exactly.
Shout out the investors, dog.
Listen, you know, as an anti-capitalist girly, I do love money.
You can't be anti-capitalist and love money. No chance, dude.
Of course you can. I'm just surviving under the circumstances that we live in. If I was living in a different like kind of like socialist society, then maybe I wouldn't like love money. Maybe I would be like, I'm content. Everyone's content.
Yeah, so it's basically like how society's structured it, and now like that's it. We
Well, how do you live?
Yeah.
Did you see? They're like
you know,
did you see the article about how you are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I want to be nice about it, you know, like all of us do. Like we want our money, we want to get a house to support for our families, etc.
But you're fine paying your taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I will do whatever I can to legally decrease them to the minimum amount, but then I'll pay it.
Yeah.
Also, man, I come from a place that we don't have infrastructure. We don't have electricity, man.
Right.
So at least here I can go. Like I literally like had to go to the ER for something. They kept me overnight just as a precaution. Left without paying a dime. It's insane.
Yeah.
That would bankrupt everyone else in the world. And it would
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not unlike it's just the U.S. actually in terms of like
Yeah, but also even like in the Middle East, like they're so incentivized to like do the surgery that they don't need to, or things like that. So there isn't as much trust within the system.
Everything's a cash grab.
Everything's a cash grab.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. You guys start stealing your groceries.
Oh yeah, that one. Everyone should steal.
Did you see that they reported that groceries in this country are going to go up another 6% next year?
Yeah, it always is. By the way, I just want everyone to know this affordability crisis will never be solved. Prices are not going to go down, dude.
No, they're only just going to go up, but wages have been the same. This is, by the way, a dating podcast.
Yeah. But like, this is genuinely also dates pricing going up.
Well,
man.
yeah, I feel like people feel too broke to date.
I think the average price now for a date for me, minimum $200.
Yeah.
Minimum entry level,
I know.
couple drinks.
My friend James, shout out James, he's like, you know, if I had a girlfriend, it would be like an extra $400 a month. I'm like, where? I'm like,
wait, just 400?
I'm like, what are you talking about?
400? That is the cheap base
right?
pack, dude.
I'm like, okay, so what? You're going?
That's if she like doesn't wear shoes.
And by the way, I've seen the way he spends money.
And is it?
It's like it's like falling from a tree. Like
Okay.
he's not. He's probably he spends. He's not cheap.
So he thinks it's 400. It's gonna be
It's not.
grand.
It's so
Easy.
much more. Especially if you go out one date per week.
Yeah,
right?
Even immediately, that's minimum a grand.
$200.
Minimum a grand.
Yeah, that's $800 a.
Yeah, and then you're not even forgetting like the middle things, groceries and all these things,
upkeep and whatever clothes.
But
it's too much.
But yeah, you think people aren't dating because the budget?
100%. I know men who are like, I'm too broke to date.
That's like the first time men have shown self-awareness in a way.
Yeah,
on a macroeconomic level.
I mean, I think that it sucks because we are unfortunately like I think women are also so sick of men's shit that before I think it was more like, okay, yeah, my boyfriend and I make more money than my boyfriend and that's totally fine. I don't care. We're in love. Now I think the mentality shifted where it's like women really want a provider because they realize that like they're gonna have to sacrifice so much just to be in a relationship. Yeah. So he better be coming.
Question to you: would you feel like you can be in a relationship where you're the breadwinner?
I was. And
well, given the was,
it didn't work out.
Was that a factor?
No, actually, that's not a factor of why it didn't work out. It didn't work out because I guess maybe it didn't work out because the communication had broken down big time and our dynamic was very much like, and I hate to say this because he's a lovely guy, but it was very much like mother-son. Okay. You know what I mean?
You don't want to be mommy.
No, it's
Girls
not
don't
hot.
want to be mommy.
No,
exactly.
it's not hot. It's not hot.
No.
And also, I think, we always talk about like roles and traditional roles and being your feminine, being your masculine, whatever. I don't care about any of that bullshit, but I do want to feel
cared
protected.
Protected, yeah.
in a relationship,
Yeah,
not
for
the
sure.
protector.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
100%.
obviously it's going to change back and forth sometimes.
Yeah.
You're going to be more there for a person if they're going through something. They're going to be more there for you if you're going through something.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, like, especially in our lives, you want a man.
I do.
A man.
I do.
You know?
I do.
Fine, let them be sensitive. Let them be emotional. Let them
Absolutely.
be working on something.
Let them be a
have
little
ambition.
like femme and gay and bi, and I don't care, but like I want a man.
Yeah, 100%. And I
Yeah.
think the same goes for like you want a woman, like, and also like there's an appeal from my POV to make sure that my girl feels like a princess.
Yeah.
like
no,
the queen that she is.
I went on a date with a guy, and he said to me, and I feel like men do this where they go, "Oh, my friend is in this situation, is in this relationship." So that just to gauge like what your
Really?
response is.
People do that.
Yeah.
People do. My friend.
My friend is in this
My friend's
relationship.
bi. What do you think about that?
Exactly. My friend's in this relationship where, his partner is like, my money's my money and your money's my money. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. I get it. And I was like, because women, we do so much that is unacknowledged in the relationship. Like there's so much emotional labor. There's so much caring. There's so much, even beyond like taking care of the house or raising the kids and cooking and all of these things, there's a lot that we do that kind of goes unnoticed or unappreciated.
Yeah.
So I understand my money's my money, your money's my money.
Yeah,
I kind of understand
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I understand it too. I've just never met anyone who's been like worth it. And I was like, you're never gonna fuck me, buddy.
As with that line on its own, ick. You got like
100%. I
shut
was
it
like,
down.
this is not because you don't understand. Like you don't look at women in that way.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, he was like very like, I don't know, men do this thing with me because I think because I'm a comedian and because I come across like confident or strong or
Yeah.
whatever. A lot of them tell me I'm intimidating and I'm like, okay, am I intimidating or are you a pussy? Like, what are you afraid of? Like what that I'm gonna like make you think critically? Like,
Yeah, like if you intimidate the man, like there's no way they're gonna be able to win you over intimately.
I mean, it's fine. It's just what ends up actually
you want
happening.
the battle. You want the battle. That's how we flirt. It's like a bit of like
Well,
posturing.
we're Middle Eastern, so it's like,
Yeah,
we're
it's
yelling.
like-
When we're yelling, we're talking.
Yeah, exactly. And like, especially with like there's I feel like there's nothing better than a girl that gives you shit, and then
I
like
agree.
you go back with it, and then like you
Yeah.
do that little dance.
Yeah, 100%.
And usually,
Who
that's
doesn't like a little bit of a challenge,
just
right?
a little bit of a
So, but then what ends up happening on their end is like they just become antagonistic, and it's such a turn off for me.
yeah.
Right? It's like they're trying to like
They want it
challenge
easy.
you.
Yeah, they're like shy or
They're like,
reserved.
they're like trying to challenge you on everything you say, or like trying to be like all of a sudden like hyper intellectual. And I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just want someone to make me feel safe enough so that I can put my guard down so I don't feel intimidated.
Yeah.
Intimidating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The reason why I feel maybe I come across intimidating
Because
is
you want to test them.
No, I'm not testing
No,
anybody,
just
but
like,
I'm just
maybe
like
subconsciously, just to be like, are you man enough to meet me where I'm
Sure,
at? And
sure.
then you can regress into your more feminine side. Let's call it.
yeah. I mean, and I don't know. It just feels like I'm very suspicious too. So I'm always like,
Yeah.
like
What do you
I
mean?
don't trust you. I don't know. I'm just like I'm always like, if someone says something offside to me, I'm gonna call it out.
Yeah.
Like right on the spot.
I think you should.
Yeah. I'm like, what do you mean by that?
And then and people aren't used to that.
No.
Also, especially as comedians, because we call things out right away.
Yeah.
Because anytime there's an outlier, we're like, oh, that's not supposed to be in place. And then you call it out, and then they're like, no one usually asks us follow-up questions when we say crazy shit.
I was seeing this guy, and he was like total love bombing narcissist, and I like caught on pretty quickly. So thank God I didn't waste too much time. But what he would do, and I noticed this, and it was such a turnoff, is like he would say something and then be like, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, they're just kidding out.
And I'm like, and I called it out. I was like, oh, you like to see me get worked up. And he's like, yeah, maybe. And I'm like, why? He's like, I mean, it's just a joke. I'm like, yeah, but who's the audience? Who's the audience?
Me.
Is it fun? Is it
Fun for you?
If it's fun, it should be fun for everybody.
Yeah. But if you're
And he was
doing
just
it
like,
at my expense.
And then he was just like, ooh. And he was such a fucking idiot. I should tell you this story. Oh my God, this guy was such an idiot, okay?
Yes. Cook.
Yes. So first of all, he's French.
I felt like that was given.
Paris,
Paris,
right?
of course.
And I thought, okay, he was really hot, but like super nerdy, right?
Okay.
Like he's like, yeah, he's like
By the way,
tall.
that also only works when it's a French guy. Hot but nerdy.
Yeah.
You've never seen an Arab guy that's hot and nerdy.
No, you have.
Name one.
I mean, I don't know any famous ones, but like,
I don't know. I guess Hassan Abi gets that rap now.
Yeah.
But is he Persian?
I don't know.
Do you know who Hassan Abi is?
I don't. Oh no, he's Turkish.
He's Turkish. He's Turkish.
No, but
okay.
he's like jacked and like broy and,
Yeah,
and like
but, like,
super
that's
like
smart.
leftist. Like
Yeah.
he's not. Yeah, I wouldn't say he's. I feel like he's more cool than nerdy. I'm talking. This guy pulled up to the date wearing Birkenstocks, and
Wow.
I let that shit slide because
That's
he was,
crazy.
Because I was like, he's hot and nerdy, and he's not trying too hard.
I think that's the equivalent of like if a girl pulled up to a date in flip flops and chipped nail polish.
Right.
And you let
But
that
she's like
slide?
stunning and natural.
Yeah, you're like, just keep my eyes
You're
up.
like, you know what?
Keep my eyes up. Don't
You're
look
like,
down.
she's a natural beauty and like she doesn't try too hard. You know, that's the equivalent.
You justify it. Too.
Yeah.
You
Well,
justify it
yeah.
initially.
Well, he's 6'4". He has all his hair. He's wearing glasses. He has the French
By
accent.
the way, I love that came second in line. You're like height, hair.
Yeah, I think that pretty much
it's-
checks. I mean,
yeah.
to me, I'm into short kings. By the way, I don't
Are you?
discriminate. Yeah, I've dated a guy who's like 5'6", demonic, absolutely demonic. You know,
Little Tasmanian devil there.
listen, I know some short kings who act like it, and it's like no one cares that you're short. You know what I mean? But you have this ego. Anyways,
Okay,
the
so this
height,
guy,
whatever.
Birkenstocks. Pulls
So
up.
we meet, and I think he's great, and he tells me he's not on social media, and he doesn't really watch TV. He reads a lot of books, and he's just kind of like very chill, doesn't want to be on his phone, that type of thing. I'm like, I love that because, and you know, obviously comedians, whatever aside, I don't like when like a normie guy is too online because it's like, what are you doing?
Oh, that's 100% an ick.
It feels like a
guy that
turnoff.
posts like a carousel of his like
Selfies
his-
on selfies, and then
of
you're
the
in
fall.
the gym. Like, bitch,
Yeah,
Go
honestly,
to
can
work.
you imagine like I posted just like fall dump and it's just me holding a coffee.
I can't. I don't respect it. I'm sorry, I don't. Anyway, so we're seeing each other. There's some red flags, right? But I'm letting it go because I'm like, I'm just getting to know this guy and I really like him, but he love bombed me so hard. He was just like every day messaging me good morning, every night, like good night, all this stuff. He's like about to go away to Europe for a couple weeks, you know, whatever, it's his holiday. And right before he's leaving, he like, our communication like really dwindles. And I'm like, something's up, you know? And the whole time I was like, something's up with this guy. Like not everything he's saying, there's something missing. Like I'm not seeing the whole picture. Mind you, I've been to his house. He just moved. And I've seen his place and whatever. Everything seems normal, but my gut's like something's off. So he doesn't really want to see me before he leaves, and I just sort of like end it. I'm like, okay, well, this isn't gonna work for me.
Yeah.
And he's just like giving me this like word salad. Mind you, after a couple weeks, he was like, "Are we casual?" And I was like, "Well, I'm not seeing anybody else." And he's like, okay, good, because like I'm not seeing anybody else. Apparently you have to have this conversation in America because if you don't, everyone will just fuck anything that's around. And I was like, okay, you know what? Like I like that he's like, I want you, I'm not seeing anybody else. That feels good to me. I'm like, I'm also not seeing anyone else, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But like at another point I had to confirm. I was like, wait, so am I your girlfriend? And he's like, yeah, what else would you be? And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, how long into this?
Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks and you're a girl? Okay, all right.
I'm like, okay. Like, let's see. You know, at this point, I'm still on the fence. I'm like telling my girlfriend, like, he could have a wife. Like, he could totally have a secret family, and I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Okay.
Because he just moved to New York.
Okay.
So like I've never met any of his friends. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
He's going away. Like there's weird stuff. So he doesn't want to see me. I'm like, okay, fine. Like I'm ending it because this isn't working for me. And like, if you don't want to see me, then he's like giving me this word salad about how like, oh, I just know that, you know, when I'm starting a relationship, it's best for me to not feel overwhelmed so that I can know exactly what I want from my partner. I just want to come in with a cold mind. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? So he's just like confusing the shit out of me. And I'm like, you know what? You're playing games. Fuck off.
Yeah.
So he goes, he's like messaging me dumb shit while he's away. And I'm like, oh, whatever, I don't care. He comes back. And throughout this, I'm like confronting him. I'm like, you just like wasted my time for no reason. Like you could have just been honest about. And he's like, no, that's not it. I'm just scared. I'm just scared. And I'm like, what are you scared of? And he like won't give me an answer.
Yeah.
I'm like,
what?
You're insane. So then he does this. Oh, he's so dumb. And I think like narcissistic type of people are like this because they almost want to be caught. They want to be caught. Mm-hmm. So he's breadcrumbing me with dumb memes and things.
Yeah.
And like
memes, by the way, it's so funny that they become the breadcrumbs of like people that just want to hang on.
Well, and it's like it felt so manipulative because okay, I have two friends in my life who one lives in LA, one lives in Newfoundland. They're both comics, and our entire relationship is sending 9/11 memes back and forth.
Okay, yeah,
which is like
that's different. That's just your own thing.
A bit of a love language for me, and I think I may have said it to this guy, and so now he's trying to come in on my like sense of humor.
Wait,
but
is he sending you 9/11 memes?
So he sent me a 9/11 meme.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, oh my god. So I just respond with, "Do you have a wife?" And he's like, "Not that I know of." And I was like, "Okay, I don't say anything."
Okay.
A week later, he sends me Instagram reel about Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Now, this guy's such a fucking idiot because when I clicked on the reel, it took me to his account and so he has an account. Oh. So, but the picture in the account is him, but he's fat and ugly. And I'm like, what is going on? So I screenshot, I'm like, so he has been online this entire time. He was lying to me. So I screenshot, I send it to him. And he's like, who is that? And I'm like, you tell me. He's like, I don't know. I was like, that's your name and your last name and a fat picture of you. What do you mean? He's like, you think that's me? Ha 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 ha. He's panicking, and I can tell because I've never seen him respond like that. Wow. He's like, that's not me. I'm like, that is you. He's like, no, it's not. I'm like, yes, it is. That's your hair. You wear glasses. That's you. It's just like an old pic. He's like, caps lock, I've never been fat.
No.
And then it clicked for me because people say things you don't really like acknowledge it until like you realize,
once you know that
he's fat. He was fat phobic. Because I remember we were one day was sitting in the park and like watching people and he was like making comments about fat people and it didn't even like occur to me, but he was fat phobic. And also just the way he talked about fat people. And also he told me he picked his gym before he picked his apartment.
Oh, wow. Really?
And I was like,
quadruple overcompensating.
Well, first I was like, that's gay. And then second, now I'm like, oh, he's a former fat kid. That's what's happening.
So that's his double life.
That's why he's so insecure. Because I was like, why does a guy who's 6'4", has all his hair, has a good job, is French, like whatever, why does he act like this? Why is he being so weird with me? Why can't you just be honest about what's going on? So he's denying. He's denying
still denying with all the data?
Yeah, he's denying. So I like put on, I don't know what got into me, but I'm like, okay, it's a private account. I can't see anything else, but I'm like sleuthing hard. So I'm like Googling the account, seeing if anything comes up, whatever. I Google his account and then comments that he's made publicly came up. And so, yeah. And so he's...
By the way, what are you, Mossad? You're so good at this.
Listen, it like literally, it just like came to me to just like go full throttle. 'Cause now I'm so mad that I caught him in this lie and he's still
denying it.
gaslighting me.
Crazy.
That I'm like, I'm gonna ruin your life.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, this is okay.
It's so weird that he won't.
Tuesday afternoon, let's go. Like, I got time.
Shows at 8. It's 2 p.m. Let's go. Bushwick.
Yeah.
AirPods in.
Yeah. So I see all these comments he's made on public accounts. One of them, he's making fat comments on a fucking boulangerie, like a bakery. I mean, he's making fat comments in French about croissants or some shit. I'm like, you were a former fat kid. I'm
Wait,
like,
so this guy was formerly fat, got skinny, and now posts fat comments on just random accounts.
well, no, the account, I don't know, but I imagine it's like someone he knows, and he's like asking if the bakery makes like chocolate croissants with like the right kind of flour. I'm like, only a former fat kid is this concerned about like what it's in a fucking croissant.
Which chocolate?
It's a croissant, okay? It's a croissant.
It's gonna be fine.
It's So I'm like just getting mad. And so what I'm doing is, because he's now I find, so what I'm doing is I'm going and liking all these comments so that he knows that I'm onto his shit. So I go back and I'm like, clearly you're online. I see you're making all these comments. This is your account. I can tell in the tone of your voice what is going on. And he said, finally, this is what he says. And he's such an idiot. He goes, okay, no, it's an old account. I haven't used it in 5 years. I only logged in so that I can see your shows, so that I can come and surprise you.
Oh, that's the beautiful one. So you caught me in a lie, but I was trying to do something cute. You could just say, when's your next show? Now, come tonight.
Don't do me any fucking favors, first of all. We're not on good terms for you to like pull up to my show. I would
also, that's
literally call the
insane.
police.
Yeah.
Like, it's stalking.
Yo, that's crazy.
And number two, you don't even need to log in to see where my shows are. My account's
it's
public. So I'm like getting progressively more mad, and he's turning into a piece of shit. He's like, he goes to me, can I ask you something? He's like, why are you so obsessed with me? I was like, oh.
I actually clutched my pearls as he said
I was like, oh. I'm like, you're the one messaging me. I was like, oh, you want me to blow up your life, don't you? I was like, so what is it? You have a long-term girlfriend? You have a wife? Like, do you have kids? Like, what is it? What are you hiding? Because like, why won't you just be open? Like, you obviously have an Instagram account. He's like, I haven't used it in 5 years. I'm like, I just saw comments from as far as last week.
You have the data.
to up to 2 years, 5 years,
you
whatever.
slide the paper, like, what about this?
Yeah. And he's just like, he's like, oh my God. He's like, you're so aggressive. And I'm just like, why am I aggressive? Because I'm holding you accountable?
Yeah.
I was like, I bet you no woman has ever done this.
The second someone gets caught in a lie, they try to turn it on the other person.
Attack. I'm
That's
like,
it.
and by the way, you're the one who's fucking lying. How dare you make this an character assassination of me?
Yeah.
And he's like, what? You're so angry. You're so aggressive. You're obsessive. I'm like, just be honest. Just tell me what is going on. And he's like, he won't say anything, but then he's just like, the more I pressure him, I'm like, you're lying about this, you're lying. He's like, okay, you know what? Let's just part ways. I'm like, we've been parted, dude.
Yeah. You're just trying to get the truth out of him.
Yeah. And he's like,
so frustrating.
okay, then I'm just gonna like, let's just leave each other alone. And he's like,
That is the ultimate man defeat. Like, yo, let's just not talk ever again, because I am taking this L here.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm not the one hitting you up. You know what I mean? You're the one coming to me, messaging me with dumb shit. You're breadcrumbing me. And he's like, what does that mean? I'm like, you are basically seeing how dumb I am and how far you can take it. And by the way, I don't even know why this I think he's new to cheating is what's going on. He's hiding a wife or a long-term girlfriend, and he's new to cheating.
He's going to watch this.
I'm sure.
For sure.
He's blocked, but I'm sure he's fucking. I'm sure he's still watching my shit.
He'll make
Yeah.
another account with a skinny picture this time.
Well, I'm like, what? So I'm thinking to myself, why would he have this ugly fat pic? So then he admits, he's like, okay, it is my account, but I just logged in for 3 seconds, and my friend had to log in for me because two-factor verification, some other bullshit about how he doesn't have a French number. I was like,
It's kind of sad.
you are so dumb, and you think that how dumb do you think I am? Because I know how Instagram works.
Yeah.
And that's not how it works.
Yeah, my friend had to log in, so he had to put his old fat picture
So,
on.
and then he's like, oh, he used the Face app. He used the Face app. It
Still?
is, so he finally admits that it is him.
Dude,
but
Republicans don't even deny this hard, man. Like,
and by the way, I mean, maybe we in post we put the picture up because like it is so
do you have
not
the photo?
a doctor. Yes.
Oh, we're throwing it up.
It's not a
We're throwing it
doctor.
up. We're gonna get a cease and desist.
It's not a doctored photo. I mean, fucking whatever. It's not a doctored photo. I can tell when it's a doctored photo,
we
or
all
like
can.
Fatify. Remember that app?
That was amazing. Absolutely hilarious.
But you could tell
I
when
look
it's
so jolly. If I was
but also you can tell that it's like,
Yeah,
and this is like him.
him.
And he's
But
like,
isn't that
I would have
crazy?
had stretch marks. It's not me. I'm like, you hate
Isn't
fat
it
people.
crazy how much he like hates his former self? That he's so
Oh, he
violently
hates
trying
himself.
to deny who he was.
I was like, what's the big deal? You
This
were a
man
former
is-
fat kid. This is probably why you're funny.
yeah.
Because like otherwise, I couldn't
That
figure
is-
out why he
that
was
is by
even
far
funny.
the biggest red flag I've ever heard. Someone that like hates who they were. Truly.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Wow.
Well, it's not only that you hate who you are, you're hiding this other part of your life from me. Why? Why are you pretending like you're somebody that you're not? He's been watching all my Instagram
course.
stuff
Oh, they're
this
deep in the
entire time.
stories.
This entire time he's like stalking me online, and I don't know anything about him.
Yeah.
And it feels like such a violation. It's like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You're like,
You know how many women I hear tell me the story about like this toxic guy that was in their life for so briefly, and then we'll just never leave them alone. We'll be the first to open every story that they
oh my
post.
God, it's crazy.
It's
I know.
nuts.
Well, I blocked him. I was like, because he was like, okay, he's like, I apologize for offending you. This is the way he apologized. You know, I'm sorry for making you feel this way. And it's like,
Wow.
buddy, you have such a massive ego for someone who hates himself so much. It's so insane. And can you imagine even being with a person like
the
that? Like
delusionality
you're
this
so
man
crazy.
has.
And when we first started talking, he was like,
Well, and all this was like a month.
This
all
was
in?
a month, all in.
Oh my God.
But then
crazy October.
But then trickled into like, you know, like he's still messaging me.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
2 weeks later he'll message me, and like,
God.
and I'm just kind of like, whatever. I'm over it.
Yeah,
You're
it's a wrap.
crazy.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, you're crazy. You're crazy. Like you're trying to manipulate me. What
So,
part of
okay.
me as a human being comes off as someone like you can pull the wool over my eyes?
No, of course.
Like
This was
I was born
insane
suspicious, buddy.
Delusionality, 100%.
Yeah.
So actually, on the other side of things, when were you in a relationship where you felt like you made a mistake and you learned from it?
Oh, I think that I definitely take a lot of responsibility with that like same relationship that, you know, the guy I felt
you were
like
mommy?
Yeah. I felt like I played into it, and it was definitely helped create that dynamic. It wasn't
Gotcha.
like all him.
Yeah.
Even like the breakdown of the communication, you
Yeah.
know, when you're in a long-term relationship, you do become complacent. Like it's not like you live with the person, you're so used to them, you're just kind of like, at some point you just want peace. So you're like, okay, I'm going to let this go. But then it's like death by 1,000 paper cuts, right?
Yeah.
It's like every little thing you don't acknowledge or address or make better through communication ruins your relationship, builds resentment, and puts barriers in the intimacy. And it's
Yeah.
just, and then you're like, how did we get here? But it was like
A
so
billion
many
things
little things.
that got
Yeah.
you there. I
Yeah.
know. It's so, I think even like communicating itself, everyone just says it, but it's actually so hard to communicate about like everything. Like I almost over communicate rather than under communicate. What would you say you are
I
in that?
think I'm very direct, and I think that a lot of men are not used to that. I'm just like, you know, I'm like very, very, very direct. I'm just kind of like, I try to be as honest and open as possible. If I don't like something, you're gonna know. And I don't think that like not everybody. Also, yes, you can have good communication and be forthcoming, but you don't know how people receive things, right? Because it's like a lot of people have different ways that they were raised or conditioned or even like sensitivities, you know what I mean? Or maybe they have, you know, anxiety disorders or this disorder, that disorder. And the way that things land for them could feel very threatening.
Yeah.
Almost. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever dated someone who's avoidant?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like when you try to communicate with them,
It's the worst.
they're ghosts.
Yeah.
And they're like, I can't handle it. And you're like, what do you think is happening?
Yeah, it's like, let's deal with this in 2 seconds.
Right.
Let's say what you need to say. I'll say what I need to say. And we'll
No.
proceed.
No, they'll go for months without talking to you
Yeah.
because they don't want to take any accountability because it feels like they're going to die. And those are like my least favorite people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm just like, grow up.
Yeah.
Like you can't just do whatever you want towards people, behave however you want towards people and take zero accountability and expect anyone to stick around and put up with that shit.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
So I think it's better to be, but I also think that sometimes I can come off a little too blunt or like maybe insensitive. And so I'm always trying to like be mindful of that. Like how is this person gonna receive this? And how can I communicate in the most uninflammatory way so that they don't feel
Well, the uninflammatory way is like such an important thing. I think when you communicate through tough stuff, you can't use like you need to be so careful about the language and the tone.
Absolutely. I took a communication course.
Nice.
It's like called like nonviolent communication, and
That's a
and like
hilarious title. Dude.
I mean, like grow up in my family, and you better
FYI,
fucking
that should be prerequisite requirement for everyone.
all Arabs
dude.
and Middle Easterns.
100%.
Like
Nonviolent language for this.
literally.
For Arab by Arab. That's what we
Literally,
need.
I know, and like Farsi, it's like even when we swear, it's so fucking poetic
Yeah,
and
it's
like
incredible.
deep. It's
Yeah.
like, anyways, so I took this course, and the biggest takeaway that I got was when you're trying to communicate discomfort or something to someone. It's always best to not put the blame on them and make it about you and your feelings as opposed to you did this, you did this, you did this. Because that makes people feel very like their back is up against the wall.
Yeah, and then that triggers the defensiveness
Of course.
in you, and we're like, but what about this, and this?
Well, yeah,
It's
and then
so
and then
hard.
it becomes about the ego, and it's like you want to be right, and it's like, and also, yeah, your intention. I always try to like put an intention when I'm going into like a conflict resolution situation with someone, and I'm like, what is my goal in this? Like, what's the outcome that I want? You know, and it's always that I want us to be feeling good about this relationship, whether it's a friendship or
Whatever it is.
romantic, and like whatever misunderstanding it is, like my intention is never to make someone feel bad. It's, you know, but then sometimes you're unaware that your behavior might make someone feel bad. So I'm always going in being like, I want to make this person feel like they can trust me and that I'm here for them and I'm here to listen and apologize if I'm wrong. Like I've never been the type of person who's like not like I can never apologize. I think those type of people are so sick
can't
in
be
their
with someone that
mind.
can't apologize.
No, and it's like,
Everyone is
okay,
gonna make a
you're
mistake.
like get your ego out of here.
Dude, I think everyone needs to realize that everyone's gonna make a mistake, and it's okay. Like, so if someone makes a mistake to me, I understand that they're gonna make a mistake. They're human. As long as they can apologize and like identify what they did that was wrong, then I'm good. Like, I actually do my conscious effort of like when someone does harm to me, I'm like, all right, this is their one mistake this quarter.
Right.
It's okay. Allow it.
No, of course.
Talk
And
about it. And
of
then
course,
move on.
we're human beings. We're all making mistakes. And by the way, you know, it's like, yeah, apologize. But there's also the type of people who are like, oh, but I apologize. And it's like, yeah, but did your behavior change?
Exactly. Then
because like
you can't
if you're
repeat
not
the same mistake.
No, an apology without change in behavior is just manipulation.
It's just 100%. Put that on a t-shirt.
Right?
Damn
put that
bar.
put that in your pipe and smoke it.
What?
You've never heard that expression? It's because you're a fob.
I'm not fob. It's because I actually. It's maybe
You're a little bit fob.
Am I fob?
How long have you been here?
14.
A little bit fob.
Still, when
little bit.
when do I move out of that? When am I fully entrenched?
When you know expressions like "put that in your pipe and smoke it, pal."
Yeah, no, you know it's funny. You call me fob, I call you white.
Really?
Yeah, that's the whitest thing ever.
Yeah. I mean, well, I was raised here, so
Yeah.
that checks out.
So actually, what would you? Okay. Oh, here's a big overall topic. Do you think hookup culture is good or bad?
Oh, I think, let's say in an ideal world where people are like well adjusted and know how to communicate and know about consent and know about all of these things, I would say it's fine. You know what I mean? Like hookup.
Okay, forget ideal.
Hookup
Today, the way it operates today, the way we approach it today.
With straight people, no, it's a fucking nightmare. I think with queer people, yeah, I think it's fine. They're
definitely doing it better.
They're doing it better.
Yeah.
I know so many gay guys who are like married and open, and it's fine. It's not even an issue.
Yeah.
Or like in a relationship and open, and it's fine. It's not an issue. I know queer people who are poly, and it's fine. I know people who are like well functioning in the queer community, and doing the hookup thing. When it comes to men and straight women, it is a nightmare. It's never worked out for me to, it's either like somebody catches feelings or someone feels slighted or disrespected because the communication is bad.
Exactly. No, we don't. People don't communicate expectations well.
No.
Nor maintain that community. Like they can check in at the start, be like, "Yeah, we both want something casual, right?"
Yeah.
And then if things start changing, there isn't that check-in again, and then that's when
exactly.
And you
then,
need like literally a
and
quarter.
that's a
hey,
really
good.
That's a really good thing of like that's how consent works too, right? It's like okay,
it's like emotional consent. Like like we're consenting for that. This is the amount of emotion we're going to give each other.
Exactly.
And this is the expectation I have from you and from me, and
exactly.
And like but making sure you're on the same page. And I don't think people do that.
No, and even with this French guy, I felt like I didn't consent to this because like. One, you're keeping a whole part of your life private, not telling me. And also, you're making it seem like I'm the one who pursued you, and now all of a sudden you've changed your mind, but you still want me to be chasing you. Like, it's like, what is going on? No check-in, no whatever. You're just throwing shit at me, and I'm just supposed to be like, okay? Like, that's not cool. It's so disrespectful.
That's insane.
And I think like I have like a really, really low tolerance of disrespect for men. Like 100%. The minute I feel like whatever, I'm out.
I agree. I don't think anyone should feel disrespected. Or if like it ever hits that, you say it right away. And if they can take accountability and apologize, sure.
No, I'm just like, for me,
insane.
It's like if you can be like that this early on, this is supposed to be
in a little more before.
This is supposed to be the honeymoon stage.
How long do you think the honeymoon stage lasts?
A year.
6 months for me is what I think it is.
I mean, I don't know. It's been a while since I've been in a relationship, but I think like it should technically last a year. And then if you're with someone and you're in an appropriate age, like, are you dating to get married?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and like after 2 years, you're going to pop the questions, right?
Faster. I'm on that turbo.
Yeah. I love that.
Funny.
I love that because I'm telling
so progressive, but like my Arabness is coming out. I'm like, yalla.
No, that's
where's wifey?
No. I think that's it because it's like year and a half, you pop the question, 2 years, by 2 years, you're married.
Yeah.
And because what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we even doing? Now we're on the other side of it. Women don't want to get married anymore because they're like, oh my God, the happiest demographic of people are like single women who are childless. And it's like, now for the first time in, since the beginning of time, we're hearing women finally talk about how much work it is to be a mom and a wife and all these things, and they lose themselves and they're so unhappy. They're getting divorced, and it's like this community of women are coming online and they're sharing these stories, and then younger women are being like, I'm kind of fine being single. Dating feels like a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah.
Going out there, putting yourself out there. Do you know how many first dates I've been on recently?
Tell me.
Oh my God. So I gave myself, because like if I don't put the intention, I'll go months without dating. And I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
But I gave myself a thing. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go on 1 date a week because I want to meet somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm just like going out and meeting people, and there's no real connection, and it's fine. And they're all like seemingly good guys on paper. Like some of them will be like too horny, and that's a turn off. And I'm like, get out of here. It's like a first date. Like I'm not going home with you.
Yeah.
Or I had this one guy recently, and he was like really lovely and like sweet. But he messaged me after the day, and he was like, he was like, hey, we had like, it was really nice meeting you. I think you're incredibly smart and so beautiful, but I felt like there was a darkness around us the whole night. Like
A darkness around us. Chill out.
darkness is crazy. I mean, did I bring up the Epstein files? Maybe.
Who isn't these days? Who isn't?
Listen, I may have brought up some world politics in the Epstein files, but like it was in the thick of it. So I'm like, I'm a comedian. This is the stuff I'm like literally talking about, thinking about all day.
Yeah.
So I was like, sorry if I made you think critically, like darkness.
They're like, they're
Darkness
not
is
ready
crazy.
for that. Like, why aren't you just talking
I
about...
didn't even know how to respond. I think he was
Sephora.
being nice and like, but like was like, if you ever need a friend, I'm like, I don't need a friend.
Need a friend?
Like-
like, I need a friend, like, because you're going through a tough time type thing?
Was
he like voluntarily friend zoning himself? Was this what was happening?
I literally don't know what to make of the message, but I also didn't feel inclined to like follow up.
Yeah.
Because I was just like,
It's hard to get that, like, the proper banter back and forth that, like, that moves the
Well,
needle.
so I mean, and then here's where I'm stuck because I'm like, okay, I think it actually takes time to know people, and you got to give people like more chances to like really, like first date, everyone's uncomfortable. Nobody really if you're too comfortable on a first date and too whatever charming and you're probably going to be a bad person in the end. Because that's what happened with the French guy. Because it was like
as someone that's pretty good on first dates, I don't agree with that.
I mean, sure. But maybe you're an anomaly. But like some of these guys, I'm like, when they're a little too smooth. But I'm also like, that French guy must have been new to cheating. You know what I mean? Because he did not know.
He was like cheating himself at the end of the day. This is what this guy... I don't think he had another girlfriend. I think he was just...
Do you think he had multiple women?
I think he just had self-hate. I just think he couldn't handle self-hatred. He probably moved to New York to escape the fat man from France.
No, but because he's been skinny for a while.
Oh.
He's been skinny for a while. So that, yeah,
This is a mystery we need to be...
Well, I mean, I really, I was
you will
like...
get to the bottom of it.
I'll
though.
never get to the bottom.
You will.
You think so? You think
Of course,
eventually
you're
something...
Too good. You're too good.
I hope so. Everyone keeps saying that. And I was like, and he was like, will you accept my apologies? And I was like, the truth always comes to light.
Ooh, both of you hitting each other with bars, huh?
And he was like, be well, Sima. And I was like, fuck you. No, I said, go fuck yourself, Sid.
Oh, the amount of flags that have come out of this
I know.
person.
I should have known. But I'll
We should
say,
do a flag counter. I think we're at
listen.
6.
Oh, no.
How do you, let's count the flags.
Listen, I
won't
may
give
have
you his
been...
last name.
I may have been dickmatized. I may have been
Hypnotized
a little
by
dickmatized.
height and hair.
Dickmatized, I said.
Oh, dickmatized.
A little bit, It had been like 9 months since I had been with anybody. And then we had such great chemistry that it was like a little bit, but I mean, in the end, it was like over and done with it within a month. It wasn't like crazy. I wasn't like...
You didn't lose a lot of your life on it.
No, and I
you have a
wasn't
great
like
story
seeing
for a
him every day
podcast.
or anything like that. But it is, it's a good story for a podcast. And, I feel like he had this like weird obsession about me being a comedian and stuff. Like, I think, some of these guys, I think they fancy themselves as a performer, like comedian.
For sure, especially...
And so they want to live vicariously through you.
Or like they want to make you laugh because they know, like,
Yeah.
there's definitely... I hear that from my
Yeah.
female comedian friends that like when they go out with guys, they're just intimidated that they... Like, because I think every guy deep down thinks they can be a stand-up. And then when they meet a girl that is successful in doing it, they're like... There must be some sort of ego battle that goes on with it.
100%. And this is why they're like at odds with themselves because they're like,
yeah, they're like, I'm bombing. And I'm
like,
bombing.
I'm
dude.
like, yeah, don't even try to be funny because it's fine.
Like be you,
Just
but
be
don't
you,
like
yeah.
force the.
No, and also don't send me memes that I'm already doing this with 2 other people and like you're not in this group.
Well, can you imagine the nightmare of being someone that dated me, and then now I'm starting a dating podcast and I'm just talking about it?
Oh, do you share about your dating?
Oh yeah, I do. I don't think you should ever talk about your current thing.
No, is that still happening?
In ways.
Okay, yeah.
But I like anything that's done and dusted. That I like to revisit and see what I learned from whatever.
Okay, no, that's.
But I think even if you're dating someone right now, I actually wouldn't talk to you about that.
No, and I
relationship.
wouldn't talk about
exactly.
it either. Yeah.
And I think that's something people need to like in general do not talk about their current situation.
No, unless they're like married for 10 years and like you have like
Some
things.
yeah, but I still think the like praise and I don't know someone like Mel Robbins where it was like praise in public, work in private, and I think that like anytime
agree.
one of my friends has come up to me and said something bad about their partner, it's because the writing's on the wall and they're like leaking it to kind of hold themselves accountable to then go and do it. Like it's almost like putting the foundation. Like, hey guys, this is probably gonna happen, and then that happened once, and then they got married, and then
and then it went.
So far, so good.
Oh, they're still together.
I don't know. Like we haven't spoken in a long time, but like we thought it was a wrap.
Well, I mean, I wish them the best. It's really, I feel that in today's society and the amount of options that everybody has, like we're simultaneously so lonely and individualistic in a sense that, you know, nobody wants to feel uncomfortable, but the price of community is discomfort.
Yeah.
Right. So
100%.
you're like, okay, well, this is why I'm going on the dates and doing the things out of my comfort zone because I'm like, I'm not going to meet a guy at a comedy show. I'm not dating comedians.
Yeah.
I want to meet someone, so I have to put myself out of the, you know.
Yeah.
But
I'll just kind of in this ballpark, like, what advice would you have given baby Sima when she started dating? If you want, I can make it easier.
I wish I had. You know, I wish I had gone to therapy at a younger age. I wish I had been a little bit more self-aware of like my familial traumas and like how those patterns affect the partners that I choose.
Yeah.
Because it's either like I'm choosing my mom or I'm choosing my dad, depending on what lesson I need to learn. You know what I mean? And that was exhausting. And I feel that, you know, there was definitely people that I dated that should have been an email. You know? And so do I regret some things? Kind of, because I do think that like a lot of people like did take advantage of me. Not a lot of people, but like there were a few people who took advantage of me, and I wish those hurts didn't happen, because in some ways I also do think like your spirit, your love, and your like all of that, all the good stuff that you have, like the more it gets like hurt and damaged, it takes a while to like repair and reflect and grow. And you know what I mean? Like, I know like my ex, we broke up. He went back to his ex before me. They got married and had a kid all within a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so he just like moved on. And it took me a long time to get over that.
Yeah.
Reflect.
100%.
Figure out who I am, who I want to be. Who am I inside of a relationship? Who am I outside of a relationship? What kind of woman do I want to be in a partnership, you know? And so, yeah, and it takes a lot, but like, you know, some people are just...
But I cannot recommend more once you go through a breakup to just sit on your ass and go to the depths of hell and be sad and like don't distract yourself. Don't
accept the feelings. You really have to accept. Acceptance is such a part of like just like growth and your mental health, because it's like, you know, we all feel these feelings all the time. And like, of course, and especially with the internet, we see so many violent images day in, day out. The news is fucking terrible. The world is absolutely on fire. Economic crisis, housing crisis, genocides, this, that. Like, we're all COVID. Like, we haven't even had a time to grieve and reflect on like what happened during COVID, even though it's still COVID. You know what I mean? And it's like, we're all just carrying all this anxiety, this collective grief, and we don't have time to even feel it. But what I'm trying to do as a daily practice to kind of like help me, because I am super neurotic and super anxious, and like I have like CPTSD and all these things, is just like when feelings come up, just to like acknowledge it in my brain and just like call it and just say, yeah, I'm feeling really anxious, or I'm feeling really sad, and just like sit in it. And if like I want to cry a little bit, just cry a little bit, and like, and then let it pass, because it does.
And then it does. Yeah, I actually once went through a breakup like right before Ramadan. And so I'm like, oh, Ramadan, I'm fasting. I'm like, no distractions, no nothing.
Yeah.
And just sadness.
Yeah.
Literally by the end of Ramadan, like when I would think of her, rather than feeling sadness, I felt joy that
That's
I had that
beautiful.
time. And it's because it was a horrible, horrible month. I had no distraction at all, not even food, not even anything. And it was just like the depths of despair that I went through. But then by the end, like when I felt that joy, I genuinely cried of a bit of relief. 'Cause
That's
it was
amazing.
so hard. But
That's
then
amazing.
but that's what
But
you
it
have
passes.
to do.
It passes, and that's beautiful. And that's like that truly is like the transformational work that you can do. You know, we can all do it, but
Yeah.
it takes such discipline
It's
because
the
like
discipline and to force yourself to do
well,
it.
yeah. I mean, with our phones and like the dopamine hits, and if you smoke weed and if you drink or do drugs or whatever, there's always something to just like suppress the bad.
Yeah.
But the truth is that your life in a whole is not supposed to be all good, right?
not.
You're
Yeah.
not. You're gonna be.
Yes, this is the way I look at it. When it rains, it pours, the good and the bad. And when it's the bad, you need to take it in stride.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's
that's-
like, and it's this. A friend of mine told me this, and he's been in AA for years. Like, was a heroin addict, quit cold turkey, turned his entire life around. It's really, really remarkable. And he always told me this thing. He's like, 30% of your life is going to be good, and 30% of your life is going to be just whatever, and 30% of it is going to be bad.
Yeah.
And that's just life.
That's just life.
And like, if you can just accept that,
You'll live a much happier life.
yeah, but whatever you resist persists, right? You're like, I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to feel like this. Then you attract all these scenarios that are like the exact same. You know, people show up in your life, different body,
Yeah.
exact same situation. And it's like because you're resisting
Yeah.
whatever pain is inside of you to learn that lesson.
Yeah.
You know? So anyway.
Oh.
Anyways.
So actually, I want to close with your take at the end of Subway Takes that was getting a lot of heat in the comments.
Oh yeah, the men were like, you should die.
Yeah, you want? All right, what was that last little cheeky take?
I said that if you're a woman, you sleep with a man and he doesn't make you come, you don't have to add him to your body count. Now, listen to me, okay?
By the way, love the premise.
Right?
Fantastic bit.
Here's the
Great
thing.
angle.
Here's the thing. I think right now there's obviously a rise of these like conservative incel men who are experiencing the loneliness epidemic. But this idea of body count is so prevalent. And here's the thing for us women, like the first time you hook up with someone, if you're sleeping with them, like maybe, I don't know, maybe there's like a 5% chance that you're going to get off and that it's going to be a good and like amazing experience. For women, we're trying to figure out your body, our body, the comfort levels, this and that. Men normally get off,
Yeah.
right? And
easier.
they're like, oh, another woman I slept with. Like, yeah, I've been with 1,000 women,
Do
rah,
you,
rah,
do you
rah.
care about a man's body count?
No. It's not even something that enters my mind.
Do you care if a guy
dating-
cares about your body count?
Yeah, if he
Yeah.
cares about my body count, I'm like, you're probably not making women come. Because hear me out though, because it's like, why, if you're laying down pipe and you're making women come and you are enjoying sex, you're absolutely not concerned with what other people are doing or what
100%.
came before you.
100%.
But if you're like, oh my God, she's been with more blah blah, oh, like you're used up. Like, no, that's not how it works.
No, I swear,
You have more experience, and I'm afraid that when we hook up, I'm not going to please you like the other guys.
Yeah, no, it's a control thing as well. They want to feel like special that they were able to, literally penetrate the barrier.
Well, I also
special.
think it's like rooted in like this weird puritanical, virginal, like pedophilic ideology where it's like, oh, you want like a woman.
Use any of those words in Scrabble, you'll win.
you want like a little girl who has no experience and whatever. It's like, no,
it's crazy.
No. Like, and by the way, what they want is like a virgin who knows how to do everything like a
yeah.
porn star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like,
It's insane.
pick a lane.
Insane.
And by the way, all those guys are like spending thousands of dollars on OnlyFans girls and
I
then
know.
screaming, punching the air about like your body count. It's like,
I know.
bro, if you could, by the way,
You would.
if you could get laid by
you-
multiple people, you fucking would.
100%.
And if you ever ask these guys, oh, what would you do if you were a woman for a day? Like, oh, I'd go fuck so many, you know, and it's like, okay. And by the
That's
way,
just because we're jealous of how like you guys can climax way stronger than us.
I mean, it is more of like a powerful feeling, but it takes
It's an exorcism, man.
it.
Sometimes
but-
I've been like, damn, what the hell was that? That looks incredible. Can I
Right?
have a piece?
Yeah, no, and I get that, but I actually think it's more sinister than that. I don't even think it's like that they want to experience the same orgasmic feeling. I think it's a matter
Oh,
of
no, for sure, yeah.
control
It's definitely
and
control.
like this patriarchal bullshit values
yeah.
of like, oh, like you're not like perfect because you know you've been with more than one guy.
Yeah, no,
You're
dude.
like, buddy.
My ex asked me once, and she's like, "Buddy, why have you never like brought it up?" I'm like, "Cause I don't care. Like, what matters to me is the person's relationship with sex.
Yeah,
and like that's what
are
matters.
they healthy and like
dude, are
is
they
your
doing it for the right reason? Like, I had a partner that had a higher body count, and she was having sex with a lot of people for the validation of her self esteem. And another partner that had a lot of sex because she was attractive and confident, and she was like, "Yeah, I like sex." Completely different, and like it's like. And
Yeah.
the high low doesn't matter.
no, it doesn't matter.
But you know what killed me, dude? So, so she brought it up, and she's like, I was like, "What's your number?" And it was pretty low. And then she goes, "What's my number?" I'm like, "Quite a bit higher, you know, multiples higher." And then I told her the number, and then she went, "Oh, it's not that much." Dude, it crushed me. I was driving when she said that.
She
I'm
did.
like, really? I thought it was pretty good. No,
She did that on purpose. She's like,
she bodied me, man.
I mean, yeah, I genuinely don't think it matters. And I feel like what it seems like is that people are having a hard time, especially in like hetero relationships, people are really having a hard time connecting. So the more barriers we're putting up between us, it's just like, okay. And, you know, and obviously we have this like rise of this, like so much violence against women. You know, you hear about all these groups,
Yeah.
all these weird groups in France too, right? Like, or like
It's happening everywhere, man.
all like of these WhatsApp groups of like men who are married or not, but sending pictures of their wives and mothers and
That's
sisters
insane.
into 70,000
These people should be imprisoned.
in prison.
and
But it's so prevalent. You
That's
know what I mean? And
disgusting.
we don't talk about these things, and we don't
I
talk
didn't know
about
that was happening. To be honest.
oh,
That's
it's
insane.
happening. It's happening. It's happening all over the world. There's so many pedophile rings that are being caught, like
God.
here, there, everywhere, in Canada, Australia, what have you. And you're like, okay, there's so much violence, sexual violence happening. Like, the last thing we want as women is for men to put more restrictions on us about what we can do with our bodies. And it's like,
Yeah.
and if you can't support that or you can't get behind that ideology, then you don't deserve pussy. Not even a crumb.
Not even memes from a girl bent
Yeah,
on
yeah.
me. I want to leave it on a rebuttal for the women making women come. It is so much harder to make a woman come.
Of course.
This is my stupid bit about it. Like when men get themselves off, it's with our hand, and when a girl does it, she has way more to work with. That's a promotion to the hand. But when a girl wants to make herself come, she has a vibrator with 37 settings, and she only uses setting number 3 because that's the frequency in which she vibes with. And then men pull up into the bedroom and we're like, we have a stick that works sometimes, okay? So it's not the same game.
No, it's true. And listen, I know, and I think this is why every man should be like, I think I'm not really about the body count thing, but more so about, if a man has never been in a long-term relationship, I'm less likely to like want to hook up with him because chances are he's not going to be good at bed. You know what I mean?
That's what keeps it going.
Well, a lot
By the
of-
way, that's facts, dude.
Yeah, a lot of guys who like are just like, you know, with multiple women or one night stands, they're not getting the whole like figuring out how to really like do the thing, you know? So it's like you haven't invested the time, and I'm like, chances are you're gonna be bad in bed and it's not worth it for me.
So that's actually pretty hilarious, like red flag to have. Oh, you haven't been in a long-term relationship? You don't have the dick to support a woman. I want a man.
I want boyfriend dick. I want boyfriend dick.
Any message for the people out there? Parting words about as they enter the life of dating.
Keep believing in love. It's hard, and it's a tough time for men and women to be relating. But I think like if we all collectively agree that being in love is wonderful, and we can strive to meet each other halfway, I guess.
I just want to say, Sima, you are not the problem.
Thank you.
That's it.
That's all I wanted to know.
That's all. Yeah. That was the episode. If you have any more comments or questions you want to ask Sima or want me to ask future guests, please put them in the comments below. Hope you had fun. I did. Bye.